Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini and welcome to Cliff Empire. You see, there's a few things in this world that I love. I love nice, relaxing city builders, and I love post-apocalyptic games. So how about a nice, relaxing post-apocalyptic city building game? Oh yes. Yes. So it's the future and humanity's managed to nuke the world because we always seem to end up bloody nuking the world. It's a miracle we haven't actually nuked the world given how much popular media says that we apparently really bloody want to. And there's only one way we're going to survive that, because apparently there's like nuclear radioactive mist down there, like, you know, loads of fallout. Which makes sense, because if you think about it, if you were to fall out of something, where would you go? Well, you'd fall down, wouldn't you? And that's exactly what the fallout's done. It's gone, I don't know if that's how fallout works. I assume that's how fallout works. Anyway, to try and get around that, we decided we needed to build up as a species. So some people, who are probably all dead of radiation now, built these massive great pillars. So basically, we've got to actually do a city builder, but in a really little kind of compressed space. Which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. And we've also got like 3 different areas. Like these are 3 different little baby towns that have to act independently at first, but yeah, there's a bit more to that. The way the towns start interacting later is kind of why I actually love this game. Yeah, this, by the way, is one of those games I, like, you know, turned on for 5 minutes to check it ran correctly, and then like an hour happened. Yeah, it's one of those. So let's have a little look, see what we've got going on here. Let's just get some information up, because to start off with, we're just going to need some basics. Like, we're going to need water and electricity. So things like how much sunshine is there and how much wind is there for wind power and solar panels. Plenty of fish over here, understandably. There's a massive Great Lake. Lots of sunshine. Lots of sunshine over here. Over here, this one's a bit more difficult. Not much sunshine, not much wind. So this place is going to struggle to have power, but it's also the biggest one. So that's sort of interesting. So we don't want to start here. We'll build out to that one later. Instead, East Coast has got, yeah, that's got the sunshine and lots of fish. This has got the windiness and plenty of water. Not so much groundwater around here. Let's start off over, let's start off in the middle one over here. This seems like a good sort of place. So, the first thing we need to do is ridiculously badass, obviously. So what we need to do now is we need to get some basic starting materials down. The way we do that is we just pick one of the basic squares and we need to get down a storage. So the storage is basically just going to be where we, you know, understandably store all the resources, because we, you know, we gather resources, we spend resources. It's about resource balancing, understandably. But yeah, in order to get our first storage down, because we're all in orbit and we're coming down to recolonize Earth, we need to do this to get the first building down on the ground.
Large construction complete.
Yeah, that's right. We're literally bringing in a cooking building from space. Yeah, let's just start as we mean to go on. Ridiculously badassfully. So that's now a storage depot, and the spaceship just kind of naffs off. So that's now down on the ground, and that starts us off with some starting materials. And also, yeah, the one kind of annoying thing about this game, which is to build pretty much anything in this game, like full stop and like different size spots, can build different things in them. So like only small buildings can go in small spots, and the biggest things can only go in like the massive slots. So make sure you use your massive slots carefully, because you've only got like, yeah, in this town we've got like 4 of the biggest type of slot. Pretty much anything costs metal to build. How much metal do I currently have, would you like to estimate? Because, it's not on screen. In order to find that out, you need to actually go into your storage and check, which is kind of annoying. Because, yeah, the amount of, like, energy that you've got down over here, and how happy the local settlement is, and what time it is, and how much money you've got coming in, how much money you've got full stop, that's all on screen. Where's the metal? Doesn't tell you how much metal you've got. That's pretty much my only complaint about this game, by the way, so we're just getting that one out of the way early. So now that we've got some, you know, starting resources, we need to actually get ourselves some basic stuff down here. In particular, we need to actually get some people down so they can actually work jobs. But before people are willing to come, they're actually going to need somewhere to live. So let's actually just slap down some basic housing. So this house contains 14 tenants but will require some power to operate. So we'll start that there, and that spaceship can naff off, so that kind of faint roar in the background can go away. So little drones are literally carrying the resources over. So this house has, yep, this little house had 3 of the 5 metals that it needed. And now it's got all 5 actually delivered, it actually immediately pops into existence. So yeah, drones actually carry materials over from the storage one by one, which is also why I kind of put it in the middle, because it's more useful if it's in the middle, because then like resources can get where you need them a bit more quickly. So as a result, we've now got available housing 14. We're going to need a little bit more than that, however. I'm just going to put down exactly 1 more of those. And once again, we've got ourselves metal over here. Little drones nip over. They pick up the metal. They take it over to, the actual site, one by one. So, yeah, the metal is being drained out. This has currently got, up to 3. So it looks like that one can carry 3 at a time, which is very, very nice indeed. And that will pop up momentarily. We also need a way for people to actually get down. So we need a landing platform. So, yeah, landing platform allows the receiving capsules from the orbital station. That's going to require 15 actual metal and 350 gold. I've got plenty of gold. Right now I'm not gaining in any gold. That's kind of why we need, like, you know, people. Because people generate money by doing useful jobs and then we, like, tax them or whatever. And also, yes, shut up, it's fine. There's very little way to actually, disable the tutorials in this game. I can't find a way to turn the bastards off. And they blink at you very aggressively. Stop it. I know. Stop. Okay, that's slightly less aggressive. That's fine. Okay, that's better. Thank you, introduction. Ooh, also, there's a day-night cycle, but it comes with something really cool, which is you can basically turn on the spotlight of God! So if you want to, you can just basically, shine a spotlight and it creates shadows and everything, and that's really, really cool. I think there was something similar in City Skylines, but I think it works really nicely here. So you can sort of pretend you're actually the space station, keeping an eye on what the colonists are doing. Now, obviously, because you are literally ferrying supplies from point A to point B, these things don't have build times. They've just got the amount of time it takes to actually ferry the materials around. So as the little ship can only ferry 3 at a time, this thing takes a little bit longer to build. But we do have available housing. And we do have some people wishing to settle because they just, clearly they're just bored of space and want to get down. And there's our landing platform. Lovely. The game's also just given me some little kind of basic baby introductory money for doing the basics of setting up the colony. And now I need to settle some people. Now, I've already got 28 people wishing to... Actually, I've got 29 people wishing to settle. And they'll probably be coming down in a second. So, anytime they're ready... Anytime. Oh, I think they're coming in. Yep, lovely. So a little capsule's coming down, and that's going to provide 25 people, because a capsule can carry 25 people down, or take 25 people back into space if they get sick of your colony because you've managed it really badly. Oh, here's another cool thing, by the way. You can go into tourist mode anytime you want, so you can just kind of, nip down and look at things up close. Which is kind of cool. So, hello! I'm the mayor. I've come to welcome you to the... Oh dear. Well, I'm very sorry to say if any of you were told that we had a cure for the terrible two-dimensional disease that ravaged humanity because of the fallout, no, we don't actually have that. I'm so sorry you were lied to. They look better from up here. Maybe we just stay up here or just kind of look at the buildings in the little tourist mode because that's kind of cool. Let's snip over here and just zoom in. And yeah, now we've got ourselves a nice little area. Ooh, it's kind of cool. They actually do carry over the right resource and stuff and the resources just get piled up here. I like being able to get right down onto the ground and whatever. That's very, very cool indeed. It gives things a sense of size. So, right now we've got some housing and we've got some people. So people have places to live. But we probably need to give them, like, a fair amount of power and whatever. Because right now, the energy required to keep this place ticking over is 5 energy. Now, we're not actually producing any energy. We started off with some stored up energy inside the storage, I believe. Yeah, there's a little, battery. So I've got a battery that can hold up to a charge of 50. So right now, as time ticks by, we're just draining that battery. So we need to actually get some power generation of our own so we can, have a store for emergencies and not just be eating into finite supplies. Now, we know that this place has plenty of flipping sunshine. So as a result, we can use solar panels quite effectively over here. So pick a spot. Pick this. This will produce 60 kilowatts, which is a little bit overkill for the moment, but we will be using it as time goes by. I also need, a battery. And I think batteries need smaller spaces. There it is, a battery station. So for 6 metal and 200 gold, I can also have that. So get time ticking along there. My drones all wake up and start producing that. Or rather, the drones start carrying over the materials and the things just sort of build themselves. Right, that thing's naffing back off into space. I'll take another 300 gold for settling some people. So the people now just live in their houses. But right now, they've actually got no jobs. Or rather, there's 4 workplaces available. That's down here in the bottom left. Which I assume is... Yeah, it's actually the storage. So 4 people actually work in the storage. Possibly they're flying the drones. I'm not sure. Maybe they're flying the drones. Maybe that's why there's 3 drones now, because previously we only had 1 person who was the person who came down with the storage facility. But now we've got some new jobs going. The exciting, sexy jobs get handed out first, quite frankly. People have only just arrived. Hey, who wants to drive the weird rotor-drone helicopter thing and deliver supplies? Because that's the first job that's available. And now we've just actually got ourselves, more money. and more jobs. So 2 people working at the solar power station, and in a moment we should actually have the battery. And yeah, lovely. So right now we are massively over power capacity. So as a result, we are going to charge like crazy, because this thing is just going to, yeah, right now, this thing, because we've got surplus power, every time that production reaches 100%, 1 extra charge goes into here. So as a result, we have got a lot of flipping charge power, and a ridiculous amount of our energy is coming from solar power. But they only work during the day, understandably. But with a battery, we should be alright. So that's one of the basics down. Now what you're seeing at the bottom here is basically the needs or desires of each of our citizens, because we need to keep this place nice and prestigious, because that's what makes people want to settle. So, you know, if, for example, there's some nice food variety because we start fishing, that makes people more likely to want to come down because there's a bit more of a varied diet going on. And if there's nice furniture and home appliances and gadgets and lots of parks, then people are more likely to want to come down and less likely to want to naff off back to space. So I see right now we have got ourselves, yeah, more people who want to come down and settle. In fact, probably we've got ourselves right now enough to, how many would this hold? That would hold 55. That's a little bit big, but sure, let's get it underway, because we could do with a fair few people coming down. We do need to give them jobs, however, and I also need to keep an eye on the metal. We've only got 81 metal, so we do need to get that underway sooner rather than later. Do I need to get a massive... No, there's no massive slot for metal production. What I'll do instead is we need to get down a matter mine. So that costs a little bit to put together and extracts matter for construction and industry. That strikes me as a very useful sort of thing. So we'll get that in production. But that's going to hurt the prestigiousness because people aren't going to want to live where there's industry. Despite the fact industry is what, like, you know, keeps them alive and whatever. And turn on the god lights. I like the god light. The god light's cool. Does that make sense? I mean, would these shadows not exist anymore? Like, I am casting new shadows when I... Oh, hang on, the shadows... The shadows... Wait, if I move over here, and the shadow goes to... Wait, where... I'm not sure those shadows make 100% of sense, but I'm going to forgive it. Because this is just... It's just a relaxing city builder. It doesn't initially seem as stressful as Avon Colony. So I'm kind of cool with it. Right, and so we've got a bit of power at night. No, actually, we've got tons of power right now. Yeah, power supply's 100%, but all of that power is being drawn from the batteries. Energy required 13, and the batteries are pretty much full up, so that's all absolutely fine. Now, we've got ourselves a residential complex, which is lovely, and if I wanted to, I could actually upgrade it. So, I think I just upgraded that. Did I want to upgrade that? Okay, I built a roof garden. That's good. Apparently these have all got upgrades. So, consumes more but has more aesthetics. Generates a bit of power if I put solar... Garden, solar panels, or... just basically make it a bit taller so more people can live there. And that's probably quite an efficient way to do it. Fine. So I think I've just made this place more pleasant by, yeah, I've literally just shoved a garden on top of it. So people are going to flippin' love living here. In fact, actually, you can see that immediately because the aesthetics bar has actually filled up. Because not many people here now, so, you know, only just like 1 or 2 basic parks to do the job. But there's more workplaces. So, what are you doing right now? You have produced 5 workplaces, 5 workers, you're consuming energy, but there's plenty of energy for the time being, and you are now producing metal. So now we've actually got a supply of metal coming in. Lovely. It is, however, a little bit on the big and ugly side, I will admit that, yes. And this place is... it's not exactly desperately happy, but it's okay happy. Prestige is looking pretty good for the time being, and now people are moving in. Lovely. Eventually, of course, we'll need to, like, spend on lavish stuff, like, you know, town squares and town halls and hospitals and entertainment centres, but they cost a lot of money and they consume a lot of power, and a lot of metals is required to actually get them going in the first place. So let's get the basics down first, because right now we've only got 56 metal, so that's a little bit on the concerning side. But the number of people who wish to settle is going up and up and up, so probably we need to actually provide ourselves with a few more places. So let's actually just upgrade both of these. and upgrade both of these. So for 140 apiece, there's now a lot more space. So there's a whole bunch more people who have just shown up. Lovely, so the population is going up. Unfortunately, what's going on is I'm actually losing money each turn. The reason for that is that's a balance of taxes versus unemployment benefits. If you don't have enough actual places for people to work, they need to be paid benefits just to, eat and whatever. So as a result, I need to get some workplaces down in a hurry. Now, probably the fastest, easiest way to do that will be to make ourselves some farmers, because we probably need a bit of food anyway, because right now we're just eating into our supplies. So, large open crop field. That's going to require water to actually function, so I need to make a water production facility. Or, large indoor crop field. Water's required for functioning, doesn't depend on soil fertility, consumes energy to maintain a microclimate. Okay, what's the... groundwater. Groundwater is at 60%. Okay. Well, I assume we've actually got some water with... Yeah, we've got some starting water. So let's just get some actual farming down here. So, congratulations. Everyone's just going to work in some basic farms and some basic farms. And that's going to get a bit of food in. That can just be our little centre right there. Lovely. And in addition... down here, we've got all this lovely water, and these special spots that have a particular colour attached to them mean special buildings can be built there and only there. So, for example, this is the water, so we can actually get some fish farms going on. So, let's actually go for a port. Allows for the breeding and harvesting of fish. That costs 10 matter and 250 money. Yep, let's go. So that's going to be underway. And prestige is actually falling. Probably because I've got too many people coming in right now and not enough jobs for them to work. But that's fine. My little drones are going to jump into action right now. We will have farms built very, very soon indeed. They need sacks of... grain. Obviously, you need grain in order to actually get a farm set down. What I like about this versus some city builders is it actually makes quite a lot of sense. Like, stuff doesn't just magically happen. Like, drones have to literally carry things from point A to point B for them to occur. There's not like arbitrary build timers. It actually is a case of how quickly can you get the materials, and the materials sort of make sense. Like, you can't just, spend some money to create a farm. If you want to actually have a farm, you need to start off with some water and some grain to, grow the first set of crops and whatever. It does actually make quite a lot of pleasant sense. So the drones just kind of spread out at the minute. So yeah, production's a bit slow because I've actually thrown down a few things at once. So therefore my drones are a little bit on the busy side. And more people are coming. More people are coming because I've actually built possibly too much available housing. So the deficit's going to start getting worse until I get these jobs set up. Right, what else can we do in terms of providing some jobs? You know what? A second matter mine wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let's just get that down over there. We do actually have enough. Yeah, we've got enough materials for the time being to build a little bit more. I think we're okay for the minute. Collect some free money. Thank you. What else do you want me to do, game? You want me to... extract some water to be eating into our water supplies. That's fine. I'm going to extract water... I think this spot's good for water extraction. Yeah, water extraction site. I'm going to extract some water right by the farmland, because... Wait, no, that's a bad idea. Well, SimCity 4 said that's a bad idea, but it's probably a worse idea to extract it over by the industry. Okay, I'm going to just extract it over here in a corner where everything's going to be fine. So that creates another 5 workplaces as well, and that's going to create some water, and we'll extract that too. Lovely. So this place is just producing... right now, we don't actually know what the production speed is. I think we just need to kind of, put some more data through this thing first. Lovely. I think we're okay for the minute. Let's just quickly speed this up while we're just building a few bits and pieces. Turn on the light of God in order to keep an eye on what's being built. I like my giant spotlight. My giant spotlight's good. It's very good. Maybe I'm just a giant helicopter barking orders at people. Come on, get on with it, please. Stop trying to build... Okay, it's probably my fault that, 4 things are trying to be built at once. Right, the port's done. The port's done, and apparently birds didn't go extinct during, the apocalypse or whatever. Because there's clearly still some... It's not really where I wanted to be. I'm flying! I'm just... Oh! I think I've still got my spotlight on. Have I? Yes, I do. I've just got a spotlight built in. Yep, there are 10 bajillion birds now. This is all very, very good indeed. So, the port is now going to... As soon as we've actually got ourselves... What's the problem? Why are you not producing right now? Have we got a problem with... It's consuming energy. It's got workplaces and it's got workers. This place should start producing soon. Possibly it needs some new materials delivering first. I'm not sure. There we go. The port is now actually turned on. It just took a moment to get going. So now as a result, we're actually going to get ourselves some fish in. And as soon as the actual fish start being delivered and we get fish in, this meter's going to jump up to the top. You'll also notice, however, yeah, the actual aesthetics is going down, because now there's a lot more people, and they've only got one rooftop garden, and maybe these guys don't let these guys actually use it. So what we should probably do is give them a nice little area to live in. You can't squeeze in anything there. We could put a nice little kind of shared park right here. And oh, here's something I love, by the way. Have you ever kind of been annoyed in a city builder when a building gets kind of built in a logical way? Well, you can just flip the buildings. I love that. You can just flip the buildings so they match and face each other and just flip them any way you want, which is really cool. So these guys, like, do I want them facing out like that? Like, okay, fine, it's a nice view, but maybe it makes a bit more sense they'd face in so they're facing the rest of the colony. Because then people who, like, you know, come this way or, you know, they're coming from work can get in nice and easily. So you can just flip the buildings. Not the farms, though, because that would be completely flipping pointless. And now the large open crop field, now it's been planted, just needs to be fed water in order to produce crops. Gotcha. So there's still plenty of water right now, and we do actually have more water in production over here. Lovely. So this place is doing alright so far. Doing alright, but we do need to get, yeah, more jobs down in a hurry. Ah, this'll do. An office building is relatively cheap to throw together, but would produce a ton of workplaces, and a ton of workplaces is exactly what I need. All it actually eats is a load of energy, and it's expensive to kick off. So I think that's all absolutely fine. We won't actually start off like that, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a little park here. Yeah, a basic park there. And then I'm going to actually put the building behind it. So that's an office building. That's a bank. That also produces... This is cheaper. Let's start off with that. So we've got ourselves a little park to start off with. And then an office building. And that's going to produce enough jobs so everyone can have a job. Now here's another thing I really love about this game. We're just working on the East Coast right now, but these 3 settlements are all here, and I can basically change over any time I flipping want to. So like if you're ever just waiting for something to be built over here, you can just flick over to your other settlement and see how that's getting on, because that's got its own different metrics. All of these societies run completely independently of each other. So this place has got 16 prestige and this much money. This place has got its starting money, but none of the rest of it. So this place might actually be good for different reasons. So this place has got some fish. Windiness is a bit better over here, so wind power is possibly a better idea. Sunshine's very good over there. This place has got plenty of groundwater, and over here was, yeah, this was the biggest, but there wasn't actually much over there. So let's actually also get ourselves down a nice little starting environment over here. So storage, that comes down. You always get a little cutscene, because the storage facility is how we kick off a new colony, so therefore we just slap down the resources. Lovely. And now we're going to have 2 little towns. Oh, and look at that, my little towns in the background. I just like the feeling of space and connectivity. Like, remember how in SimCity 4, like, the best thing in the world was after you built, like, an amazing city, just slapping down links to the next space over, and then when you started your new city, you'd actually be able to, like, you know, trade power and garbage, and people would just, like, commute backwards and forwards, and your bustling city next door would lead to, like, you know, tons of demand in your new city, which was a bit of a jump start. You do the same thing here, except, like, literally the cities are, like, connected, and you can see them, and they're right just over a little kind of ravine from each other, for now. For now, anyway, because this is where things start getting interesting. It's not quite yet. Let's just actually slap down, yeah, a nice actual turbine facility there. So we'll just get the turbines down, because this place is very windy, so we can produce power like that. We're also going to be needing another landing platform, because this place is going to need some people. So a landing platform, and we're also going to need plenty of space for people to live. That's 55 people. Screw it. Get it underway, that's absolutely fine. And this produces 16. So right now we've got more power than we know what to do with, because this is nice and windy. Anyway, let's go back over here, because now I've done that. Everything over here that I was building has been, like, built and whatever. So now, over here, this place is, not quite. It's almost done. Last little bit of minerals needs to be delivered. And kaboom! Now it is being produced. Lovely. And as a result, there are now loads of workplaces, and we've started actually making a profit, because now pretty much everyone's in work, so we can start taxing them. So now I'm actually making a bit of money back, plus the little missions give you a tiny bit of money just to get you going as well. Harvest some crops. I think we're in the process of harvesting crops right now, though. Is that going up? I think we need to wait for water to be delivered. I think we need actual water, because this place is delivering water, and once the water's delivered, at that point, the crops will actually start going up. Fine. So, yeah, there does actually need to be a proper water delivery to make this place actually produce. Lovely. So, everyone's now in work. The colony is nice and happy and prestigious. So that means it's probably actually time for a bit of expansion to occur here. Can I produce like a mega size? No, that's a mega park. A massive nuclear power plant, which no one likes, but it produces 10 bajillion bits of energy, airport, and a trading portal when you want to get into trading. But that's a little bit on the expensive side. Don't rush to that. That's quite expensive. Actually, it's not even that expensive. We'll probably get one of them done sooner or later. More people coming down? Not just yet. Let's actually have ourselves... where do I want the next little kind of settlement to be? We could just actually kind of go for... yeah, a nice little medium settlement right here. So a medium residence, that's 25, which isn't exactly spectacular. But actually, let's just actually have, like, this be a nice residential area. So we'll also have this there and this there. How much actual material do I have left, by the way? 40. 40 right now, and we've also got more being produced on a regular basis. So, we've produced 34 of that. So you can keep an eye on how much you've actually been producing, because there's lots of data. I like there being lots of data. It's very good. Also, there's an alternate view mode that's like this. That's kind of a little bit, you know, SimCity 4-ish. The game calls it the orthographic camera, which is fine, I guess. That's just, you know, a bit of a fancy way of putting it. It's just an alternative camera angle. I'm not sure what specifically makes it orthographic, but it just apparently is. Also, do I like this park? Hang on, this park needs to be...
construction complete.
It's not really a park, to be honest. Oh, I can change the design. Oh, that's so cool. I like being able to personalise it. I want to go for a giant statue. So I've changed the statue, and now I can flick the statue round so it faces... aha! And now, okay, this is really cool. So now, when people arrive, I just like the level of personalisation. When people, this is not where I told you to be. So now when people arrive, they kind of come down here, and they walk along this, and they see all the massive, impressive buildings. But actually, ooh, that's a good point. If I were to flick these, no, let's flick the buildings around. Let's just flick these buildings around here. So both of you, round 180, right, and the same thing for those. Okay, so now back over here. So now when they come in, now there's a few more lights on, and everything's lovely. So now they come in, and there's this big, beautiful statue, and there's these big buildings at either side of them. In fact, actually, okay, best way to do this one would actually be to have it facing in. So if we have it like that... That's going to be... oh, now we can even... look, more people are actually coming in right now. Right this second, more people are coming in. Hello, two-dimensional people. Oh, you can actually see them in the ship. I didn't know you could see them in the ship. That's really cool. Right, so we follow their journey in. And, yeah, they literally can see... oh, they see this beautiful accommodation right here with its glowing big floating cube, and we see this massive great office building and these buildings right here. If anything, maybe what I should have done is I should have actually kept these kind of being a bit small, because these kind of dominate the landscape as you come in a bit. Is there a way round I'd prefer this? I think I'd prefer this to be 180 degrees round as well. This just produces money, by the way. It's a business, so it makes money. That's more like it. That's more like... you see, this just makes me care a lot more about the colony. When you actually can, like, get down on the ground and kind of, you know, see what people are looking at as they enter for the first time. It just makes it, to me, it just makes it work a lot more. I'm a lot more invested in this colony, because I like things to be orientated correctly. Just a little park here, it's really cool. Right, so, more people are arriving. We don't have enough workplaces right now, so all the money I'm making is being eaten by unemployment benefits for the time being. So what we probably need to do, therefore, is... hang on, is this... I didn't think this place has actually been built yet. No, actually, no, residential places, tenants 20. So yeah, I've just flicked that around so it faces outward, so it's a bit more pretty for people who are arriving. We need more workplaces over here. Who wants to do what? Because there's special stuff you can build by the water, like ports. But ports don't actually produce that much. It's the big city buildings that produce a lot more. We could have a big... no, that doesn't fit in there. We can have ourselves a nice... Nice. What do I want to build here? We can have it over here. Have ourselves a hospital, or a town hall, or town square. Produces a stable passive profit from, like, I don't know, business or whatever. Entertainment complex is 40. How much do I have right now? I've only got 34. Right, probably don't build the thing I can't afford in that case. But yeah, it's so weird it doesn't tell you how much you've got. That really should be on screen at all times. Well, food seems to be okay for the time being. Food, grown on open and closed fields. Let's just check how food's doing. Grain is... yeah, that's the grain supplies. But we're also producing grain as well as consuming grain. So right now we've produced more than we're consuming, but more people are arriving. So probably best we actually get ourselves some more farming down here. This can just be the farming district. So start construction there, lovely. Right, well they're going down. Let's see what's going on over here. Because over here, we've got ourselves some people, but these people, yeah, there's actually a massive population, but we're losing money because I've not given them anywhere to work. So this place needs to... This place could actually have... Yeah, this place can have some nice fish, nice port. But we do need to actually get some production in as soon as possible. So let's actually just get ourselves some matter mines and matter mines. Lovely. Just start mining into the... Probably bad idea to mine the pillar that we literally all live on. Like, if we make this thing unstable in any way, we're all going to die. We've also got a bit of a money problem over here. We've not got much money on the East Coast, and we need to actually get some more in, because we're eating into our money. So, we need... Potentially, I could just actually build another... Yeah, another office building would probably be fine. Or a bank. So that also produces... The bank produces justice. I'm not sure that's true. But provides details of... Ooh, provides details of financial statistics. Requires a lot of energy. We've got a lot of energy for the time being. I think we're okay for energy just for the minutes. Requires 20... Let's just get another office building down, because that produces passive income, and in addition, people actually, like working there. And we could also have as the... Okay, the food is in a little bit of trouble here. We do need more food, but that's fine. We've literally got more food down at this exact moment in time. We need a bit more ecology down. I could build like a mega... Ooh. I could build a mega park. How much does that require? That requires some matter and some water. Yes, I know food's a problem. I'm literally getting more in. See, the problem is, now the prestige is actually down too low, because so many people are arriving and they've not got enough to eat. Probably because I'm guessing we've eaten into our food supplies. Yeah, we've eaten into our food supplies. So we've kind of eaten through our storage. But that's fine. There's more farm jobs coming in really, really flipping soon. Everybody just chill the hell out. Take a bit of money and maybe just come over here. I like this place better. It's got money and no one's whining about stuff. There we go. We got ourselves some more large open crop fields. So hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves some new crops in soon. Critical shortage of food. Right, well, how about we sort that out in another particularly interesting way? So we just actually slap down some fields over here, because this storage has a bunch of spare food as well. There's not actually that many people who actually are working here right now, and... Like, we're just fishing this tiny lake. I assume we're, like, creating these fish stocks. We, we introduce these fish farms. Because here's where things get ludicrously badass right here. These blue spots are basically your transport lanes. Now, you may notice there's one here, and there's one here. So, guess what we're about to flipping do? What we're about to do is build a bridge, which requires 30 matter and 500 gold. Let's just double check we actually have that before we go spending it. We've got plenty. So, we're going to get a bridge down right over here, and we're going to want another bridge connection over here, because this is half the bridge each. So these guys also need to pay for a bit of bridge. So bridge connection. That's also 30 and 500. Do we actually have... Yeah, we've just got that. So get working on the bridge connection. So now I'm going to hook these two cities together. And once they've been hooked together, they can start trading. This place is really unhappy right now. Actually, it's not that unhappy. Apparently that's like less Okay, I would have said that first one was more unhappy. But no, apparently it was less unhappy. So what have you? Food is hopefully going to start going up soon. More and more food, please. More and more flipping food. Power supply's fine. We've got enough power. Though probably I should actually get some more in just in case at some point. And over here, we should be... Yeah, this place is being powered by wind power. That's fine. Food is okay here. We've also got actually backup food coming off the fishing. So everyone should be okay because there's fish coming in as well. You guys chilling out? Yeah, okay, fine. The problem is being partially resolved. We have got more food coming in now. Everyone's sort of okay. Now, there's also other supplies we need to keep an eye on here. In particular, uranium. Uranium's important because you need uranium to actually make your landing strip work. Because you need uranium to refill the capsules to get them back into orbit. So as a result, we do at some point need to mine some additional uranium. Uranium, I believe, requires... Which spot do you want? Do you need one of the bigger lads? Uranium mine, uranium mine. There's a uranium mine. Right, that's actually 15 workers right there. We do actually need more people working. This is going to be... Okay. The problem is we're low on materials around here, so just kind of get materials in as quick as you like, please. We need uranium. Luckily, this place is working much, much better. Build the bridge up. Yep, the bridge is currently in construction. Does actually need a little bit of power as well. Probably best to get ourselves down a second wind turbine plant. And how about a battery? A battery is a small thing, right? Yeah, get a battery station down over here. So they're in production over here. This place is once again panicking. Okay, just stop sending people for just 1 minute, alright? We're struggling to feed them. Stop sending them, therefore. And this is the point where it all gets very, very cool. It's not quite surviving Mars pretty, but it's got that similar sort of thing where I like just being on the ground and looking around and watching things like, you know, move around and deliver supplies and building sites. And if you want to, you can just, like, you know, turn on your flashlight for whatever reason and just, yeah, basically be a giant flashlight. And then just run through the cornfields and then by the water production facility. And then just, can I actually just flee over? Can I fly? Can I fly? Yes, I can, but apparently my light is not powerful enough to get down there. I'm running away from this crappy city. I'm going to this city instead. This is... I'll just look at it from a distance. It looks really nice. Like, it's a really simple visual style, but it works so well. Right, East Coast over here is almost out of money, which is a little bit on the concerning side, but as soon as we just get... we need more water. The problem is, we're producing water as fast as we can, but we need to get water over to... Actually, we do have some water here. We probably need some more drones. I could actually get some more drones in production at some point. I think you need to build an airport for that. So, allows production of small and large aircraft, serves as transport connections between cities on different cliffs. So, yeah, I could build the... Come on, how's the bridge going, guys? Get on with the bridge. You know I want the bridge. Still, this place has actually got a food surplus. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn this place into a bit of a bread basket. So we actually have... oh, what was that? That was the... Which building's that? Was that? I think that's the battery. I think that's the battery on this cliff. I'm going to turn this place into a bit of a bread basket. So do we actually have enough... Yeah, actually there's more workplaces than there are people working here right now. So let's get the number of people who can live here a bit up. So right now there is... Hang on. Available housing, 75... people wishing to settle here is only 67. They need to get up to 25 because it needs to fill up an entire ship before they'll send down a shipload of 25 people. So we need to get the... Hang on, what do we need to get up? Actually, if the aesthetics go up, that'll probably be enough. So if I just built a nice... How about a nice park? Right here. Yeah, nice park. So if I build a park there, that should be enough right there. And... oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to the bridge. Have I actually, like, you know, eaten all of the... No, we've got loads of metal over there. How's this place going? I think this place is... this place is losing a lot of money very quickly. I think we need more fish, apparently. Do we really need more fish? I feel like we're fishing as fast as we flipping can. For goodness sake, guys. How often do you want to eat some fish? I'm going to build you a second port just in case. Yeah, over here, we have got flipping food for days. So, what I'm going to suggest is, as soon as the bridge is done, we can actually start these communities trading with each other. So this can be the dormitory community, where a lot of the heavy production happens. Over here, we can get a load of just farming down, which will be absolutely lovely. And once all the farming's down, we've actually got enough people to... Yeah, there we go. Wishing to settle's just gone up to 85, so another ship just arrived. So that park did the job. Actually, it looks like, for some reason... Maybe it was the water production facility being done. Something got finished over here, and maybe that just slightly added to the prestige, because prestige is looking pretty good right now. So wish to settle is at 88 for this settlement. For this settlement, it's at 145. Once again, food crisis. It's fine. If you guys would just finish the bloody bridge, we could sort that out. The problem is we don't actually have enough money around here. Right, so we need to sort out the money situation. Because this place, while we've got the materials in place, we don't have the money. I see. So we need to get ourselves some money from somewhere. And there's... Okay, you've built half a bridge. Bad news, the idiots the other side are struggling a little bit here. So I may have slightly overexpanded here, because as it turns out, a whole bunch of people have decided to naff off and go back to space. Turns out Earth was, like, you know, not as good as they were hoping for. Which is fine. Because once we get rid of them, we won't have to be paying their benefits anymore, so they can just go at this point, and then after that point, we'll actually be making a small amount of profit, and then we can dig ourselves out of this ridiculous financial hole we're in. You know what, maybe we'll just let this city get on with that by itself. While it's doing that, let's come over here and start things off better, damn it. Okay, some time has passed since the last time I spoke to you. I'm gonna be honest, I may have turned out to have been lying when I said this was a relaxing game. Pretty quickly it gets not relaxing, pretty quickly it gets stressful, but then that's, you know, how all the best city builders are. Ooh, like catching the water, that's fine. But you know why that's fine? Because I've built a cocking massive bridge. That's why that's fine. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've bridged my settlements together, damn it. Oh, flipping yes. Oh, flipping yes. And both of these settlements are pretty happy. This one, not so much. This one I tried to make some money. Then I forgot to actually build like a production facility. Then I ran out of water. But we're making more water. We're making more water. Right now, it can be very hard to see, like, you know, how you're getting on. Because the way it works is people declare a water crisis when the supply of water runs out. So you need to actually, like, look in here and keep an eye on how much are we producing versus how much are we consuming. So I think this is, like, statistics, yeah, statistics for all time, but then that's not statistics for a fixed period of time. I guess if I could clear all data, then I could, like, see that. But yeah, sometimes I feel like the data could be represented a little bit better. But yeah, we're making water over here. This place is fine. It's making $1 a month in taxation, and this building is also producing $5 per time, aside from the fact that... Why have you just stopped? Why? Oh, because we're out of power. Right, well, I can see how that's a problem. Yes, well, just... Okay, everyone just go home. Well, how is that lift still working? That lift shouldn't be working. My immersion is ruined, or possibly that... Did that lift actually just go down to the bottom and then didn't come back up afterwards because the lift... Okay, that's amazing. If that's actually... No, my immersion is ruined. The lift still works. Right, so... Everyone just go home. Spend time with your families or with your fish, whatever it is you'd like to spend time with when you go home. Just go home, it's fine. Yeah, I've run out of power there, unfortunately there. Yeah, we've got plenty of wind power. This place does not have any power. Right, as soon as it's morning, the electricity will come back on, and then what we'll do is... Then we'll build more solar panels. It's fine. Look, I've built a bridge. Do you people not appreciate the bridge? It's a massive bridge over a nuclear ravine. It's really badass. That's what all of this was for. You see, what I can do now is I can actually trade. I can actually trade and buy and sell and whatever. So if I've got like surplus in one town, I can sell it to the other. So right now, the East Coast really desperately needs money. So we need to get up to 400 in order to actually accept Central Cliff doesn't have that much money. These are all poor communities. Oh god, no. We might be able to afford that though. That'd be okay. So yeah, just a small solar power station produces 15 because of all the sunshine over here. So basically, I just need to find something that I can sell for, yeah, just 60 future nuclear dollars over to Central Cliff that they actually want and need. So what I need to do is, yeah, trade with City on the opposite cliff. And over here, we have got all this fish and all this food we're not actually doing anything with. So this is actually kind of perfect. Except, wait, no. I need to give you... No, hang on. I'm doing that the wrong way around. What I need to do is I need to figure out what you guys have got that you can trade away. Oh, apparently you're fine for food now. Like, your food supplies are absolutely a-okay. Well, that's absolutely great. Well, you've got water. I think I could do with a bit more water over here. So how about you just hand over some metal. You guys have got metal? Yeah, sell the metal. This is all fine. And now, as a result of that deal I've just made, yep, there we go. The drones literally have to go to storage, grab the thing, take it over to the train, and when the train that goes back over to the other side actually takes delivery of it, at that point, it's deemed to be, oh my goodness, and you guys are actually... Water's being shipped backwards and forwards as well. It's just lovely. Yeah, basically all my little drones are constantly kept busy by just desperately trying to ship water from the water production facilities to storage and from storage to the field. Because as it turns out, yeah, these things eat a lot of flipping water. But now I've got the money, I can actually slap down a new actual solar power station. It's so cool. It's so flipping cool. I'm not very good at it yet because, yeah, like many city builders, it just takes a bit of time and practice to figure out what the priorities are. Like, you know, what are the most important things. So West Coast is a bit angry and also... Okay, West Coast just ran out of money. That was the problem with West Coast. Or rather, it's running out of money fast because none of people have jobs and also we can't produce water fast enough to service, like, literally everything. So... Let's just pretend West Coast didn't happen. West Coast is not a good city. But these two cities are happy, and they're linked by a bridge, and now they can trade with each other. And you can, like, say, you know, this place is really, like, full of wind, so you can just build loads of wind plants. Actually, that could be one thing I could do. If this place is actually running low on power, can I actually literally trade power? Is that a thing I'm allowed to do? No, I can't actually trade power by the looks of things. Actually, batteries can be traded. So I could literally send over spare power. I'm probably not... Yeah, I've not really used my battery supplies. So I could actually sell batteries from Central Cliff over to East Coast. Purely until they can get their new solar arrays up and running. And then they can store the energy in the batteries. And we've got enough batteries to last through the night. And this can be the sunny solar city. And this can be the windy wind power city. And this city can just be terrible. Because we really need to build a bridge. Because you guys can't really run on any form of power other than uranium. And everyone hates uranium. And also it's very, very expensive. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the point. This here is Cliff Empire, and it's just lovely. I absolutely adore it. I'm not very good at it, but I absolutely flipping adore it. Because, yeah, you're just building these little cities on these little kind of little cliff tops. And they're tiny, and they just have to squeeze in. And then just look at that. That's just flipping gorgeous. Just a night, just standing over on the cliff top over here. You just look over the water to ports and boats and little drones trying desperately to deliver things. And I love how it all actually makes sense. How, like, you know, nothing just magically happens. Resources never teleport. You literally need to move resources around. People need to move around. That's what the airports are for. So you have personal transport so people can get from point A to point B faster. And it's just gorgeous. It's just beautiful. That is just absolutely flipping gorgeous right flipping there. Cliff Empire, yes. Abso-flipping-lutely yes. I say yes to this game. Link in the description below. I'm not even sure if it's out yet, to be honest. I think it might be. Oh, the train! The train lit up as it crosses the bridge! I like this sort of thing. This is very much my sort of thing. This could well be a live stream. Frostpunk became a live stream. That was a good live stream. I feel like this could potentially become a live stream too, but I might need to practice it first. We shall see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been the really rather excellent Cliff Empire. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.